This is a Fulcrum Technologies screencast.
In this screencast, we are going to dig into the Timeline video player and the basics of video playback on the Amplify web platform. For those of you with a familiarity with angles, you should start to see a lot of similarities with how this timeline view works in Amplify compared to the timeline in Angles. To start with, let's open up a timeline video package by pressing on the file in the Files list. A timeline can be identified by the symbol in the Files list beside the video thumbnail. This icon matches the timeline icon in Angles. You will also notice two different colors for the same icon across these different files. As previously covered in the screencast on uploading JSON files, we can upload a timeline to an existing movie timeline package, which will provide a new timeline to interact with on the Amplify web platform, whilst utilizing the same already uploaded video as a reference. You will notice that the timeline file with the white icon is much larger in file size, as it is the original video, whereas the files with the light blue icon are referencing the original video, and as such, their file size is much smaller. Deleting the original timeline will not impact the reference timelines, however, and will simply change one of the others into the parent file, which will then have the white icon and show the larger file size. Okay, let's go over some elements of the timeline view. Let's start over here in the left-hand sidebar. We can open and close this sidebar by pressing on the icon down the bottom here. When it is open, you can see at the top of the sidebar here, we have the Go Back button. Pressing on this will return the user to the folder that they entered this file from. Also, within this sidebar, you will see a shortcut link to each file that is inside the same folder as the file you are currently viewing. Pressing on the name of one of these files will jump the user into the new file. The currently playing file is highlighted purple. You will also note that underneath the currently playing file is another name which is slightly indented. This is the name of the camera angles that are available within that file. Let's quickly flick across to one of these other files that has multiple camera angles. And you can see that the currently playing angle is highlighted purple also. When I click on the other angle name, the video changes to this angle within the same timeline package and continues playing. You can see the angle number that is playing also in the top right corner of the video player. Pressing on this angle number also cycles through the angles chronologically. As we hover over the video player, we will notice a play-pause button appears in the center of the screen. Pressing on this will obviously pause and play the video. This can also be achieved by pressing the spacebar on your keyboard. Some of the handy keyboard shortcuts can be found by hovering over the info button in the left sidebar too. Let's have a look down here at the bottom of the video player. This translucent grey bar across the bottom of the video is the Clip Details overlay. When a clip is selected in the timeline, all of the information related to that clip will be displayed in this overlay. You can get rid of this bar temporarily by pressing on the X in the corner here. Let's look across here on the right-hand sidebar. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, as there will be another video in the future about comments, but all comments made on clips or in the video will be seen in this sidebar. This sidebar can be hidden by pressing on the eye icon in the top right corner. Okay, let's look down at the timeline itself. Down the left side of the timeline are the row names and row numbers, as well as a count of the number of clips in each row. This row name section size can be adjusted by clicking on the dividing line after the row clip count and dragging left or right. Clicking on a row name will select all the clips in the row. Double-clicking on the row name will jump the playhead to the start of the first clip in the row and start playing the video. If the user has edit permissions for the file, right-clicking on a row name will prompt the user to rename or delete. Be mindful that any changes made here will be applied to the file directly and will be seen by all users this file is shared with. When a full row of clips is selected, users can press Tab on their keyboard to jump to the next clip, and Shift-Tab to jump backwards to the previous clip. As the playhead moves through the selected clips and hits the end of the currently playing clip, it will automatically jump to the next selected clip and start playing that. Let's look at the clips in a bit more detail. Clicking on a clip will select that clip and deselect all others. To select multiple clips, hold Command on the keyboard and then click on another clip. If you hover over the little coloured indicators at the bottom of each clip, the tooltip will tell you the qualifier name that occurs at that particular timestamp. As mentioned previously, selecting a clip will also display in the Clip Details overlay the row name and the number of the clip within that row in brackets, a list of all the qualifiers in the clip, and if there was a note uploaded from Angles, this would be displayed in here also. Right-clicking on a clip brings up this pop-up menu. The top option here, Send to Composer, allows users to send just the clip that has been clicked on and none of the other selected clips to an online composer. We will go over online composers in a later video. Edit Clip allows users to change the colour and start-end times of the selected clip. We will go over this in a later video as well. Delete Clip is hopefully pretty self-explanatory. In the top left corner of the timeline, here we have the current time within the video. Along the top of this ruler, as we like to call it, users can click anywhere to jump the playhead to that particular spot of the video. Alright, let's dig into some of the options in the toolbar across the top of the timeline here. We will skip over a few of these to be covered in more detail in a later video. On the left here, we have the zoom in and zoom out buttons. This will zoom in and out of long timelines, not into the video player itself. Users can either click on the button to jump through preset zooms or hold down each button for more rapid zooming. Another handy little tip is that if you right-click on either of the zoom buttons, it will automatically zoom to the maximum level, whether that is all the way zoomed in or all the way zoomed out. Pressing full screen here will play the video in full screen with very limited functionality across the bottom. Users can still press pause, play, or press the spacebar. They can still scrub through the video by clicking anywhere along this white play bar. Volume, playback speed, and video quality are also still available for adjustment along the bottom of the video as well. In the top right corner, users can still press on the video angle number to cycle through video angles while still in full screen mode. To exit full screen mode, simply hit Escape on the keyboard or press on this button in the bottom right corner. The play-pause button along here should be pretty self-explanatory and works the same way as the spacebar and clicking on the video. Hovering over the volume button brings up the audio levels adjusting slider, whilst pressing on the volume button mutes the video. The mute status will be remembered each time you enter a video. We will discuss the copy link button in a future screencast, but in short, this allows users to stream the online content directly into Angles via copy and paste. The Hide Clips Information toggle will hide or show the clip details overlay on the video until it has been toggled back on. Add New Row will prompt the user to enter a new row name, and this row will appear as the first row at the top of the timeline. We will cover adding and editing new clips in a later video. Clicking on Download will prompt users to either download the video files, a JSON or an AVOLT package. We will cover this further in a later video also. As previously discussed in the Uploading JSON screencast, this button will change dependent on whether there is already timeline data on the video or if it is an empty timeline. Uploading a new JSON file to a file that already has timeline data in here will create a new reference timeline with the new data in it that utilizes the same video source as discussed earlier. We can scroll horizontally using this scroll bar across the bottom of the toolbar to see the other toolbar icons if we have both sidebars open or are on a smaller screen. If you are using a Mac and have a trackpad, You can scroll horizontally with your finger on the trackpad also. When we scroll across, we see the Create New Composer and Send Clips to Composer buttons. As you can see here, they are initially grayed out and unclickable until one or more clips are selected. Clicking on Playback Speed brings up this menu where users can customize the speed the video plays at. This speed will be remembered each time you enter the session. Finally, the Video Quality Options menu is relevant for those organizations that have multiple quality uploads turned on and have selected this option when uploading the currently playing video. If there are multiple video qualities for this package, there will be up to 4 options available, dependent on the quality of the video that was uploaded. Assuming that the video being uploaded is 1080p quality or higher, and multiple quality uploads was selected upon upload, there would be an option to play the video at 1920 by 1080, an option to play the video at 1280 by 720, and an option to play the video at 640 by 480. There will also be an option called Auto. This will adapt the stream quality between the 3 options, depending on how good the internet connectivity is for the device doing the streaming. If a video that is uploaded is higher quality than 1080p, it will be reduced in quality to 1080p for the Amplify web platform. If a video resolution that is uploaded is less than 1080p, it will only have the 720 and 480 settings available in the video quality options. And similarly, if the uploaded resolution is less than 720, it will only show 480 as an option. Hopefully, this screencast has given you a good overview of the basic functions within the Timeline video player. To dig into some of the features mentioned in this screencast in a bit more detail, be sure to check out the other screencasts in the Amplify web playlist.